Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. हृदय कुहर मध्ये केवल ब्रह्ममात्रम् अहमहमिति साक्षादात्मरूपेण भाति हृदि विषमनसा स्वं चिन्वतामज्जतावत् पवनचलनरोधात् आत्मनिष्ठो भवत्वम्. हरि ओम तत्सत्. Upadesha Saaram, Sloka number 27 and 28. Jnanavarjita ajnanaheenachit ज्ञानमस्ति किं ज्ञातुमन्तरम् किं स्वरूपमि यात्मदर्शने अव्यया भवा पूर्णचित् सुखम्. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, up to 13th shloka of this Upadesha Saaram, given a preliminary steps and the practices of Karma Yoga and Upasana Yoga and Raja Yoga. Then in the 24th and 25th shlokas, he introduced the Mahavakya Upadesham. And now we are in the end portion of the Upadesha Saaram, the culmination. In 28th and another two more shlokas, 29th and 30th shlokas, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi going to tell about the Phalashruti, Jnana Phalam. If the Swarupa Atma Jnanam, if someone gets, then what is the result? That is, he is discussing, and in the last class we have already saw the 28th shloka, but few more points related to this shloka. Here, in the end 30th shloka, Bhagavan is going to mention about the tapas. And altogether, what is the exact meaning in this context for us, the tapas? Tapas means Shraddha. Tapas means Shraddha. Therefore, that Shraddha we explained in different context with a different meaning to the different level of people. Now, in this Gnana Kanda, the Gnana Yajna, the culmination, what the Shraddha means. In Upanishad, one place it is said that Tapasa Shraddha, by tapas, the Shraddha should be developed. And here the Shraddha means attention. The attention should be inside or outside. Shraddha means Gavanam or attention. Where is our attention? So tapasa Shraddha, Shraddhaya Medha, Medhaya Manisha, Manishaya Manaha, Manasa Shantihi, Shantena Atma Vedayati. See, All the tapas, generally which all we know, are the beginning preliminary steps of the Karma Yoga and the Upasana Yoga, Raja Yoga, all that are all also comes under tapas. Or any other variety of tapas, so many are there. Ultimately, all these practices of tapas, whether they are leading, turning our attention of the mind inward or not, that is the main criteria. So if these all practices, tapases are turning our attention towards ourself, introverted, then it is called Shraddha. Because of that Shraddha, then Medha, the understanding, recognition power will be improved. Medhaya Manisha, and whoever able to properly think and who is able to remove his wrong notions about the Jiva Ishvara Jagat and Medhaya Manisha, that person alone really a intelligent person, a properly thinking person, Manisha. And a properly thinking Manisha only we can say is having the Manas, and that Manas, if that Manas is under complete peace and Shanti, Manasa Shanti, Shantena Atma Vedayati, not Shantena Atma Vedayati, Shanti Eva Atma, Shantoyam Atma, Shanti, Shanti Ayam Atma. That Atma is nothing but the Shanti. But what is that Shanti? It Shanti means here Sukham. What is that Sukham? Generally, what we know, Ashanti, Shanti, which comes and goes, and Sukham, which we know, sometimes Sukham comes and goes. Is this Shanti and Sukham are is like that? We are going to see in this coming last two shlokas. So, this Upanishad statement tells us tapas means Shraddha, Shraddha means introvertedness, attention towards one's own self. And in the Ramana Maharshi Bhagavan's life, there is one anecdote when Bhagavan sitting in the meditation hall on his usual cot, hours together he sits, it goes for many years. Always he comes and sit after he finishes his daily routine and available to the all devotees. He may not talk every day all the time. So around him, lot of the devotees sits silently. Bhagavan also sits silently but without closing the eyes. One day what happened, one devotee brought a basket of banana fruits and kept it near the Bhagavan's cot on the stool. And doors are open this side, that side. One big monkey came inside and put the hand in the basket, and before it is plucking and taking the banana, it just saw the nearby sitting Bhagavan, and Bhagavan also looking at it. You know what happened as like a miracle, which is the symbol of chanchalatvam, unsteadiness. That monkey becomes steady and achalam, and looking at the Bhagavan, and the hand is in the basket, and more than 5 to 6 minutes it is just sitting still without any movement in the body. It's created a wonder among all the devotees. because monkey is a very very fickle minded, and all the time it moves here and there, and fear will be there. But the wonder is, in the presence of that Bhagavan Ramana, who is the embodiment of the peace and the self-abided person, that Shanti pervading in the whole antariksham atmosphere. Then what happened? After 5-6 minutes, Bhagavan also just watching it. That monkey is looking at Bhagavan, and then again, as Swabhava, Prakriti, it started moving, looking at here and there, and it just again taking the fruit, and before it is just leaving, when it started again moving, Bhagavan says, in Tamil he says, அப்படியே இருக்க வேண்டியதுதானே, என்ன சாம்ராஜ்யம் பிடிக்க போறே? Why can't you be just like that? What empire you want to conquer and gain? This is a big message to all the devotees who heard this. Whether monkey understood or not, why you are unnecessarily again involving, extroverted? What kingdom you are going to capture? Of course, the monkey took some fruits and went off. So this, what it indicates, even in the Gnani's presence, the animals also become for some time, because the Atma is one and the same, which is in that body no, expressing in every body. So in that a grand peaceful presence of that great Mahatma Gnani, the animal monkey also become for certain time peaceful. Okay, so this Shraddha and Tapas, all these are indicates the introvertedness. For such a introverted, whose attention is only now on the truth, not nothing else, to such a person only this Atma Darshanam is possible. That's why in Bhagavad Gita also Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells, Shraddhavan labhate gnanam. Bhagavan says, who is having this Shraddha, for him only this knowledge is available. He didn't say, Sadhanavan labhate gnanam. See, all your sadhanas are useful only to make your, if they are helping you to make your mind to turn inward and attention inside, then it is okay, up to that only. But finally, attention should turn inside. That's why Shraddhavan labhate gnanam, whose attention is on the truth, only truth, who wants for him. Okay? That's why in the Mundakopanishad also, Yeme vaisha vrunute tena labhyaha tasyaisa atma vivrute tanung swam. Whoever who wants to know the truth is revealed to them. So our eagerness, our mumukshutvam, our commitment should be very much strong. That commitment or mumukshutvam or introvertedness of the mind altogether is called as a shraddha. And so after telling this near 28 shlokas, in 27th to 28th shlokas, Bhagavan almost completed his teaching of what ultimately Atma samstitihi eva swatma darshanam, and that Atma nishtata Atma nirdvayad, because the abidance in the self is the vision of the self. The self is non-dual. So Atma Darshanam is not different and Swatma Darshanam is not different and Ishta Darshanam is not different. There is no so many things. So the firm evidence itself is the Atma Darshanam, Isha Darshanam and all that. Then in the 28th Sloka, the important word is, in the 27th also, Atmanirdvaya Atmanishtaya, sorry, 20, Gnanavarjita Ajnanahena Chitta. What just I read is the 26th Shloka, 27th. Giving up the Gnanam and giving up the Ajnanam, which is beyond the Gnana Ajnana Hina Chit. The Chit is beyond the Gnanam and Ajnanam. Because Jnanam, Ajnanam also comes under the relative duality. And if that is the case, there is any special other Jnanam to know this Chit, Jnanam asti kim? Other than this Gnata, there is any Jnanam separately to know this Gnata? Gnatum antaram kim asti? No. So what we talk generally, the Gnana, Ajnana, they are all relative. But here also, the consciousness plus the thought of the object, the thought, and the consciousness together gives the part knowledge. So that is only vritti gnanam. Same way, brahmakara vritti also, consciousness is already there. But in the mind, the generated brahmakara aham brahmasmi vritti gives the Brahma Jnanam. Brahma Jnanam. So consciousness is already beyond the Jnanam and Ajnanam. Then 28th Sloka only. So what is this Brahman? What is this Chaitanyam? What is this Suddhaham? Swarupam iti kim? After inquiring into this, what is this self? Who is this I am? For everything I is throbbing. And that Atma Darshane Swarupam iti. Once if you recognize that what it is, some adjectives have to be given for us to grasp, that's it. It is Kim Swarupam iti Atma Vichare. Okay, I am adding some words. That means Atma Vichare Atma Darshanam Bhavati. Kim Swarupam iti Vichare Atma-vichare Atma-darshanam bhavate. Atma-darshane sati avyaya, abhava, apurna, chit-sukham bhavati. The chit-sukham, the sukham word is going to be used in the next ending shlokas also. Chit-sukham. That sukham word point will come later. Now, this self, I am, avyaya abhava. Avyaya means undecaying and indestructible. Abhava, birthless, never born, never created in a particular time. And apurna, filled with apurna, complete, undecaying, unborn, and all complete. That consciousness is, its nature is bliss. Here sukha means bliss. It is not a relative sukham and dukkham or which comes and goes. So these are the three words are important here. avyaya, abhava and apurna chit sukham. One will come to realize his own essential nature is avyaya, abhava, apurna chit sukham. Now, the 29th and 30th shlokas. बन्धमुक्ततीतं परं सुखं विन्दतीह जीवस्तुदैविकः अहमपेतकं निजविभानकं महदिदं तपो रमणवागियम्. It ends the Upadesha Saaram with these 29th and 30th shlokas. Very beautifully Bhagavan concluding by giving the result phalam of this. So, either you be silent and in silence you be as a Gnananishtavan, abiding in the self. Once if you recognize and that's it, that is over, you are that, then yes, I am that. So you can be silent and be as a Gnananishtavan, but remember that everybody need not to sit silently like Ramana Maharshi. Everybody need not to come giving up everything by at the age of 17 years. You need not to compare with anybody. So silently you can be Gnananishtavan, or some are keep on talking, giving the satsangam. Yes, nothing wrong. So by keep on talking about the satyam, you be in the Gnananishta, or keep on listen and be still in the Gnananishta. So anyway, you can be a Gnananishtavan. Gnananishtavan. No problem. And this many devotees of the Ramana, which are overall very scholarly people, read so much Sanskrit, this, that, Pandityam, everything is there. Some are like Kapala Shastri and the Kavya Ganta Kanapati Muni. They are all very well read, great Upasakas and Sadhakas. But still they completely surrendered and tie their hands in front of the Bhagavan. Even to ask any question also, they will very much hesitate. And if at all they want to ask any question and they first tell to Bhagavan, if you don't use your Brahmastram, then I will ask you one question. What is that Brahmastram? Whatever you ask any question, Bhagavan asks you again, ask who is getting this doubt. For whom this doubt? I have a doubt, Bhagavan. Who is this I? So you doubt the doubter. Who is getting this doubt? I. Who is that I? So Bhagavan always keep that as a powerful instrument. That's why these devotees are all kept for that. Bhagavan, you are having suffering. Who is that I? I want the peace. Who is that I wanting? Find out that I. So that is the Brahmastram, like Bhagavan again and again he will turn our attention towards the self. That's why generally any question means it is always related to the relativity. Because about the self there is no any question to ask. Because self is one. If one self is all pervading, who asks the question to whom? About what? So it ends there itself, then and there. That's why those great saints, Mahatmas who are embedded in that self-awareness, self, they become silent. What is there to talk? What is there to talk about? With whom I have to talk? Hmm? किं वचनीयं किमवचनीयम् किमवचनीयं किं वचनीयं सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् सदाशिव ब्रह्मेन्द्र's कृति. So there is nothing to gain or nothing to lose, nothing to talk about. Naturally the mind becomes silent. That's why these questions asking habit is allowed in the beginning. Shastra also permits, but gradually, if you are able to understand the language of the Upanishads, then you will come to realize whatever question you ask, you are going away from you, and knowing something about the relativity by asking relative questions, they won't help you. You become more and more far away from you. More you go far away from you, you are in the samsara. You are at yourself, within yourself, you are free from samsara, samsari. So, in any way, you are kena kena prakarena jnananishta atmanishto bhava. Atmanishto bhavatvam. Now, in this particular shloka, bandha mukta atitam param sukham. Now, what is my nature? Now, let us inquire and put a question that we keep on talk bandham muktam. I am in bondage. I want liberation. Here, Bhagavan asking us to question to ourselves, for whom this bandham, bondage, and for whom this mukti. But Vedanta, we are talking about the liberation, nirvanam, atma sakshatkaram, brahma jnanam, all this atma darshanam. For whom this? In fact, let us analyze jada, the inert matter, this body or mind or intellect, anything in this world, which is jada, inert. The inert thing cannot have the bondage because it is inert. It never say, the body never say that I am in the bondage. And mind also inert, but we think that mind is borrowed the chaitanyam from me. It doesn't have the chaitanyam on its own. It is inert, a fine matter. So such a body, mind or intellect, any of them, they cannot have being that they are jada. Jada means what? And they are in the higher level of the explanation, they are mithya. Mithya means what? They were not real. Which are not real, which are not there, how they can have the bondage? Naturally, we cannot talk about the mukti freedom also because they are not there. Suppose if somebody says, I was imprisoned in the jail in the dream, and now after come out of the dream, I say that I am freed from the imprisonment. So dream prison imprisonment or release from the prison, there is any meaning in it? Can we call it as a bandha or mukti? Because dream is not real. It is not there at all. So whenever we say jadam, matter is that means the experienced world, all through five sense organs, whatever may be. Because you are experiencing, you cannot prove and say that it is real. Shastra very much discuss and logically proves and explains and tells and brings to your anubhava also. If you see yukti or anubhava, you cannot prove that they are real. They are not real, but they appear. You may have the experience and the appearance of them, but still, because you experience and they appear to you, there is no guarantee or you can prove that they are real. Just as dream. Dream is an experience. Everything appears in the dream, but do you give any time the reality to it? No. In the same way, all these three experiences of the Jagrata, Swapna and Sushupti, also three avasthas, three sharirams, all this, then whichever comes three columns and everything, they are all mithya. They were not really there, but relatively they are there. Vyavaharically they are there, but absolute standpoint they were not there. You have to catch this point. Then only the clarity comes. We can understand this shloka. So bandham is not there for mithya vastu. Okay. Now let us come to other. Then Atma has got the bandha. Atma is nitya mukta, ever free. It is never been the bondage. So because it is all pervading, it is nirvikara, nirvisesha, sarvagataha, avyayaha, arupaha. Such a atma consciousness also cannot have the bondage. Naturally, no liberation also. So bondage and liberation, bandha, mukti, these two are the again a pairs of opposite words which comes under the relativity. Relativity means mithya, mithya, which was not there, which is not going to be there, but it is now appears as it is there. Then Shastra says, Adau ante cha yat nasti, which is not there in the beginning and in the end. Vartamane pitat. Even if it is Vartaman in the present, it may give the experience of it is there, but it is as good as it is not there. So, which is not appeared before, just appearing now and afterwards disappear, that is called mithya. Now you take this entire Namarupa Jagat, including your body, mind, intellect complex, all are mithya. Then, if that mithya cannot have the bandha mukti and atma cannot have the bandha mukti, then for whom? To nobody. These pairs of the opposite words or complementary words are talked always with the relativity, related to the relativity. When it comes to the Satyam Gnanam Anantam Brahma, that's why there is no any second word. Ekameva Dvitiyam Neha Nanasti Kinchana Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. So Bandha Mukta Atitam, which is beyond this bondage and liberation, and which is Param Sukham. Sukham word again used here before in the previous shloka also. So when we use the word Sukham, Param Sukham, this is beyond the relative Sukha Dukkha. Because Sukha also comes and goes, relative. Dukkha also comes and goes, relative. But this, there is no other choice for Shastra rather than using the word Sukham. Kam means Akasham, Su means Sushtu, all pervading, always present. This always, all also meaningless. That's why any word you utter, it is meaningless. That's why silence is you. This silence is a common denominator. When there is Sukham is there, also I am there. When the Sukham gone and Dukkham came, I am there. So when the noise sound heard, I am there. When silence is also recognized, silence, ears cannot hear the silence. So the gap between the sound and the sound, which is there always, that common denominator bottom line is I am. Hold on to it. Recognize it. So it is a Param Sukha means that is another a kind of Sukham as like gone to the Swarga. Is it like that? No. There is no going and coming business. Otherwise, generally this tapas, many Rakshasas and many others are all karmakandis, all do tapas, 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 tapas. Ultimately, after done the tapas, they purified their mind because of that purified mind qualification, but their inside desire is, I want to go to Swarga. Tapas, after tapas, they are desiring something. That is only stored in all the Rakshasas. So they want to go, for example, go to Swarga. What for? What is there? To enjoy the more bhoga. By seeing the Rambha Urvasi dance and all that, again you make your mind impure. So for that he is struggling so much and doing tapas here and going there and making his mind dirty again. Better to be here and see the TV and make your mind dirty. Better. Why to do such a great tapas? If the tapas is not turns towards the Shraddha, that word is very important today, which I am keep on telling. Because the Tapa, Param, Tapa word, Bhagavan in the 30th shloka going to conclude. I am joining all these thoughts to end that. So Param Sukham Vindati. Param Sukham Vindati. Vindati means what? The gain. The gain as like the going to Swarga or by doing something? No. By undoing everything, by not going anywhere and by not traveling and by not postponing to the future period of time, Vindati, they abide. Attain, if you say again, there is a problem. Attain. Oh, he attained the moksha, he attained the Shiva Padam, he attained the Vaikuntha Padam. Attain in some time, in some place, in something. No. This Jnanam, this abidance in the truth myself is not a posthumous job. It is Iha. That word is important. Vindati Iha. Now and here. If it is not now and here, it can never nowhere. It can never and nowhere. So Iha, that is very important in the Gnana Marga. We are not postponing anything. We are not waiting for something. We are not traveling to somewhere. Nothing. All the just it is turning the attention from external to the internal. That's it. Recognition itself is the solution. Vindatiha jivaha to daivikaha. So for whom we are calling individual, a person, jiva. Jiva is not real, already told in the Isha Jivayor Veshadi Vida. But here, to say the phalam, this particular mumukshu sadhaka, who is now become a daivikaha, here a peculiar word Bhagavan using here, daivikaha means who is endowed with the all daivi sampatti, who is Daivi Sampatti means according to Bhagavad Gita, 16th chapter, Daiva Surguna Sampat Vibhaga Yogam. But not only in that chapter, Bhagavan in the 13th chapter, in 12th chapter, 7th, 9th, many places, he keeps on telling those internal values or the quality of the mind. Plenty in Bhagavad Gita. So, who is endowed with all those positive Daivi Sampat. In Vedantic term, Sadhana Chatustaya Sampannaha is called Daivikaha. A fit, qualified, eligible person. Then for such a Daivikaha, for example, in Bhagavad Gita, just to say, Amanitvam Adambitvam Ahimsa Kshanti Rajyavam Acharyopasanam Shaucham Atmanigraha Atmavinigraha. Like this, the list continues. Okay. Then in 13th chapter again, where Gunatita Purusha explained, there also रागद्वेष वियुक्तैस्तु विषयान् इन्द्रियैश्चर सुखदुःखे समे कृत्वा लाभालाभो जया जयो. In many places, whatever Bhagavan Krishna referred in the Gita and referred in the Shastra Vedanta Sadhana Chatustaya Sampatti. What are the Sadhana Chatustaya Sampatti? It's a very basic question. Okay. Viveka Vairagya Shama, Dama, Uparati, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana, and Mumukshutvam. So, who is having all this, endowed with these preliminary qualities, he is called Daivikaha, and that particular person, Jivaha, indeed, Iha Eva, Vindati, Param Sukham, which is beyond the bondage and the liberation. So we need not to struggle for the liberation. We are already liberated. recognizing that I am already Nitya Muktaha, Nitya Shuddha Mukta Swarupa Swabhavaha Aham. I am never in the bondage. I was, I am, I will not. No, I was never in bondage. Hereafter also. I am Nitya Mukta. So recognizing this Nitya Mukta, my Swarupa, is called, okay, you can call as a recognition of this is itself is called Mukti. Or giving up all the relativity, all the Upadhi, Sambandha, and making the Midhyatva Nishchaya of the entire Nama Rupa Prapancha is called Mukti. That will happen now if you do it. So, Daivikaha. So, about this Bandha, Mukta, and all this, in Nirvana Shatkam of the Bhagavan Shankaracharya, in that six shlokas, he negates everything. And finally, when he comes to the last but two shlokas there, even he says, Aham nirvikalpo, nirakara rupaha, vibhutvacha sarvatra sarvendriyanam, nacha sangatam naiva muktirna meyaha. I have no bondage and I have no the liberation. Nacha, for bondage, the word is used, nacha sangatam naiva muktihi meya. Then, Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham. And the previous sloka, there he says, Guru na eva sishyaha. No Guru, no Sishya, no teaching, na Shastra, na Shastram. But when these words are for whom? Who is a very purified, fit student. The higher, what is the ultimate pinnacle has to be told, no? But still, if you have any doubt and you feel that I am not fit, better again Upadesha Saaram beginning go and start doing the Karma Yoga. In the Karma Yoga, Kayika Karma, Vachika Karma, and do the Upasana, Japa Sadhana, Manda Japa, Ucha Japa, and do the Dhyanam, Bheda Dhyanam, Abheda Dhyanam, and do Yoga Pranayam. These are all the steps explained up to the 13th shloka. If you are able to understand what it is, the essence of the Upanishads, Upadesha Sara, that's over. But still, if you again, I am not able to digest and understand, recognize this, then again go to the friend. There is no other way, no other go. So in this way, aham nirvikalpa. So that Nirvana Shatkam very beautifully by using the prakriya of the neti, negation, negation, negation. That's why here Ramana, without using that much negation part, he straight away is connecting from this I. For everything I want, I have, I don't want, ahankara, then mamakara. Attack these two and really find out whether they are real, really they exist, what is their swarupam. If you come to the Mandukya Karika of the Gaudapada Acharya, there also he establishes na nirodho na chotpattihi na baddho na cha sadhakaha na mumukshurvaihi ityesha paramardhata. See, there is no destruction, there is no creation. Na nirodho na cha utpatti. Creation itself is not there. When creation is not there, where is the question of destruction? But if you give importance and talk creation of the dream and destruction of the dream, there is any meaning in it? Therefore, nabadho nacha sadhaka. There is nobody uh, in the bondage and there is nobody liberated. Then what Shastra is talking, sir? This only. You are ever nitya mukta free, my dear. Nityosi buddhosi niranjanosi prapanchamaya parivarjitosi. That's it. To tell that so much preparation, so many sadhanas are still if you look at the Vedas Pura Kanda, Pura Bhaga, so many things told, but ultimately, what is the culmination? So simple, that's it. Recognize you are the Brahman without any doubt. Then you discover that there is no samsara, there is no bondage. Then there is no question of mukti. Then all struggle of the mind subsides. Okay? That's why there is no mumukshu, there is no mukti, trying and all this. So here the sukham word, atyantika sukham, it has not come because of something. It is not going to leave. Apekshika sukham comes and goes. Okay? Apeksha sukham. That is at the mental level. That's why we know that when sukham comes and we are happy, we will know. See, bandham is dukkham, sukham is liberation. So this relative sukham, dukkham, bandham, liberation is keep on happening. Sometimes you yourself feel that I am in the happiness, happy. Then I myself, my mind, I feel, I recognize that I am in the sorrow. So bandha moksha, they relatively don't take or never think these words. Okay, now the last 30th shloka. Aham apetakam aham. When this ahankara, the gauna atma or pseudo, destroyed or divide of, it is disappeared because what? Idam mahat tapas. By this self-enquiry, see, self-enquiry, gnana yagnam and gnana tapas is the enquiry into the self is the highest and topmost and ultimate tapas. Idam mahat tapas. This great penance of self-enquiry where there is no that poking eye, ahankara, divide of the eye, and which enquiry, nija vibhanakam, this tapas, this enquiry of the self, which the revealer of the self. I inquire about myself and I discover myself, which is already shining. Just cover is displaced, that's all. That's why discovery means not created anything new. It is just displaced the cover of the ajnana and nija vibhanakam, whichever is already shining, the revealer of the self. So this jnana tapas, the self-enquiry, which is the revealer of the self, is the teaching or the words of the Ramana Vagiyam. Now here, when you may get doubt, why Ramana wants to put his signature and say that this Upadesha Saaram I have written, so people should remember. To such a Gnani, there is any kind of feeling of recognition and praise and all that. So here Ramana Vagiyam means the voice of the inner self. This is voice of the inner self. Because self only talking, self only listening, not self phone. Self only listening. Ramana means reveling, enjoying. Ramayati, Ramyate, Rajayati, Ramana. Self itself is revealing itself to itself, and that is only comes as the talk. Okay, if at all we say Ramana Vagyam also, Ramana, whatever is told in the Shiva Purana, that story there, what Upadesha Mahadeva Shiva done, that same Upadesha Saaram only here is told. So it is not to put his signature and Ramana Vagyam, not for that sake. Ramana means Atma. This is the declaration of the Atma, because Atma only declaring that I am declaring myself, I am Brahmasmi. Then I am who? Brahma. I am Brahman, I am declaring myself, I am the Brahman. Of course, question will come, is it necessary to declare that you are Brahman? No need. Declare means then to whom you are declaring, to whom you want to prove. You need not to prove anything to anybody in this world. Remember this. For example, once when Ramana Bhagavan is in the cave, top of the hill, a few devotees used to come and sit around him and they will sing. Ramana Sadguru, Ramana Sadguru, Ramana Sadguru Rayane. Ramana Sadguru, Ramana Sadguru, Ramana Sadguru Rayane. Then when they are singing 3 to 4 times, few minutes, they will sing like that. Bhagavan Ramana also joins with them and sing Ramana Sadguru, Ramana Sad. Then after everything is over, some time gap later, one devotee asked, Bhagavane, you are also singing your name along with us, he asked. Then Bhagavan said, what is wrong? Ramana means not this body, me, no. Ramana means Atma. Atma Sadguru, Atma Sadguru. So, ultimately, Yame Vaishwarunte Tena Labhya Ramana Vagiyam. And so, in this way, the benefit of this Upadesha Saaram, I would like to mention from Bhagavad Gita also here, Aham Apetakam. Apetakam, okay, Bija Vibhanakam. This about this tapas word, Bhagavan said in the Bhagavad Gita, Bahavo Gnana Tapasa. Many Arjuna, the Mumukshu Sadhakas, Gnana Tapasa, Gnana Yagnam Parantapa. Bhagavan very clearly says in the Bhagavad Gita, Gnana Tapas is the Gnana Yagnam is the real Yagnam. Gnana Yagnam means what? Listening, self-inquiry. Gnana Tapasa. Putaha. They are cleans themselves and they come to reach me. Here their reach means that Atma. They are able to recognizing me. So Bahavo Gnana Tapasa. That is the word here. Aham Mahadidam Tapaha. Gnana Tapaha. Nija Aham Petakam. Self-inquiry. Putam Madbhavaga Bhavamagataha. Bhagavan Krishna said. So what is the meaning of that? They have cleaned themselves, putaha. They are cleansed themselves completely, putaha. It means they hitted the sixer. Hitted the sixer. What is that sixer? What is that cleaning? Arishad Vargas, they are free from the Arishad Vargas. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. And they are free from the Shad Vikaras, recognized. Okay? Asti Bhati Priyam, sorry. Asti Jayate, Vardhate, Vipranamate, Apakshiyate, Nashyati, Vinashyati. So, six Arshad Vargam, six Vikaras, and all the six reflected mediums also they have shorted out, given the six reflected mediums, three at the individual level and three at the total level. All six reflected mediums are there reflecting. Okay? Stula Deham, Sukshma Deham, Karana Deham. Stula Prapancham, Sukshma Prapancham, Karana Prapancham. All are reflected mediums only. Everything is negated. So here, mortal and immortal, the final conclusion, Bandha is mortal. Immortal means mukti. These two are in one same place, but in what angle you see, it differs. It is just like two sides of the same coin. One side is the mrityu, one side is the amrutam. That's why if you are extroverted, looking out, there is a death. That's why Bhagavan Ramana says, disease and death is the another name to the body. Disease, okay, and the death is another name to the body. Our body's another name is called death and disease and death. So mortality here is there, and immortality also is there. So only thing recognition is important. That's why in Bhagavad Gita 15th chapter, Bhagavan says that Mamai Vamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhutas Sanatanaha. This Maya, Prakriti, all these are all my vibhuti only. Mamai Vamsho Jiva Loke. As Lord said Mamai Vamsho, we also should able to say that the everything here, Sukha, Dukkha, Labha, Nashta, Vyadhi, Arogyam, this is death, everything is my vibhuti only. They are all appearing and disappearing in me, but I am unchanged. Satyam Gnanamanantam Brahma. With this, the blessings of the Bhagavan Ramana and Ishvara, we are completed this Upadesha Saaram, which is the best composition of the Bhagavan Ramana, because it is a comprehensive, tells everything what the Vedas prescribe, the step-by-step practice of everything, not only self-inquiry directly, but if you are fit enough, you can do, but you have to come step by step. Everybody, either in the past life or present life, have to go through the Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga and all that, then only you will come and abide in the Jnana, and culmination takes place in the Jnana Yajnam, Atma Vicharam. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.